Încă o dată, bună ziua! Deja este a patra oară de când vă salut astăzi. Dragi prieteni, vă întâlnesc la cea de a doua sesiune pe verticale și acum vom vorbi despre una dintre cele mai importante verticale și cea care are cea mai multă responsabilitate în acest an. Este vorba de verticala pe educație. Și am să o invit ca această verticală să fie moderată de Irina Oriol, adjunct pe proiectul Tekwill. Bună ziua!
Bună ziua!
Ne te auzim, e excelent. Eu te las în scenă virtuală și pe rând restul participanților pe acest panel.
Hello, everyone, dear EdTech panelists. I would like to welcome you and thank you for your willingness and openness to share with us your experience, your knowledge, and your findings and know-hows within Techstars Moldova Startup Week 2020. Moldova Startup Week contains the most important local platform in which all those involved, authorities, profile association, private sector development partners, international community, have lined up for a common mission with a strong impact in the future and which cannot propel in the top local startup ecosystem in the world. So 2 years ago, we had like ICT summit dedicated to ICT, to EdTech. And this year we have Startup Week already with different EdTech initiatives. And we would like to explore those possibilities and those developments who have been noticed recently due to the pandemic and all other developments which have been noticed and monitored by experts and also population. So this year edition is organized by Startup Moldova with the support of USAID and Sweden within the Tekwill project. So, and first session, this session is dedicated to a connection between technologies and education, and what the future of the education related to the promoted technologies and fast evolving techs which we are following. And the first participant, first panelist of our session is Vitalie Eșanu, the creator of invat.online platform, and I would like to meet Vitalie Eșanu. Hello, Vitalie.
Hello.
So welcome to EdTech Session, and the floor is yours. We are looking forward to learn more about you, about your input in improvement of educational system recently, starting since March. I think it was like fast-growing community, and please share with us your experience and vision about how we can explore more about connection, education and technologies.
Hi, I'm Vitalie. I'm mostly a hacker than a startupper, and this project invat.online, in English it's translated learn.online, started at the same day when the Prime Minister announced lockdown. So we decided with Anna Kiritsi and few other volunteers to help children to learn easy. And the most hardest problem that we found that children can have, it's to watch same lessons from their curriculum. So we start. I built this system in a weekend, and after that we started to put online the curricula. We have all the curricula on Ministry of Education in PDF format, but we put in HTML. and we start to link for each line, for each row, a video from internet. So we searched over YouTube, a lot of videos, and linked. Also, we started to record, invite the professors from different schools and record the lessons with help from Previous-Q, another startup of mine, and Studia Media and Tekwill. And we will record a lot of sessions until the Ministry of Education start to record our own lessons in April 15, I think. After that, we stopped to record these lessons and start to link with official from ministry lessons. Also, we add different topic, not only from curricula, but lessons how to teach professors how to teach online, and how to search online, or have a marketing lessons for also lessons how to prepare yourself to baccalaureate. This kind of stuff that we help children to learn quickly. And I dig over analytics a few minutes ago, and I found that we grow from 1st September this year, we grow 34% week by week in terms of users that come to this site. It's amazing. I think it's most viral project that I ever done. I think it's because of pandemic and lockdowns also increased in Romania. A lot of users are from Romania, not just from Moldova, because we have lessons in Romanian and in Russia, and we link also lessons not only from Moldovan teachers, but from Romanian too. Also from Russian teachers we link, so we don't have boundaries. This is how kind of this project work. I not finished it yet in terms of business model. We plan to create a peer-to-peer professors to teachers teaching, kind of how to say in English, repetitor online. And we start to collect the phones from the parents who want to do this. So far, so good. We have already 50 parents that want to teach their children online. That's all for me.
Thank you very much, Vitalie. Indeed, I was witnessing the progresses invat.online started and then developed during a month. I think it was enormous support for those teachers who had not had any materials at that time. So thank you very much. Și vreau să fac o mică mențiune pentru cei care ne urmăresc pe rețele de socializare. Dacă aveți careva întrebări față de speakerii noștri, paneliștii noștri, vă rugăm, nu ezitați să ne scrieți în comentarii, ca noi să le dăm la sfârșit. So now I would like to invite Tatiana Alexeev, manager of Tekwill in Every School initiative, which is implemented within the Tekwill project. Tatiana, can you hear us?
Yes. Hi.
Great.
Hi, Irina.
Hello, Tatiana. The floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. I will just need some of your support with my PowerPoint presentation, please. Yes. Just to make sure that it's going to be visible on the screen. Great. I hope it's visible. If not, just please let me know. Great. So hi, everyone. So great to be here. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And I'm here to tell you the quick story of Tekwill in Every School, which is a program which aims to transform and digitalize the education system in the Republic of Moldova. And I have a very quick PowerPoint presentation to assist me in that. So as I was saying, we aim to bring students to develop their skills, to be prepared for the jobs of the future. And how do we do that? By developing an e-learning platform and also creating digital content, which is innovative and digital and interactive for them to be used. So far in the program, we have selected around 77 schools across the country. We have trained more than 200 teachers, which are now teaching the subjects to their students. We will talk about the subjects in a bit. And we have also students currently studying the courses within their schools. So this is infographic about the courses we have part of the platform. They are categorized by 4 domains. And the courses that are now on the platform are the following 3, which is algorithm programming in C++, which aims to help students to speak the language of a computer and learn what's an algorithm and how to create it. Then we have the web design and development course, which has the objective of teaching students how to create a website, and graphic design, which is a course more to spark the creativity within students and learn how to do fun, creative posters, flyers, logos, and other things that can be useful for the projects. The rest of the courses are planned to be developed and launched, released on our platform in the upcoming years, 2021, 2022. So as I was saying, on the platform, we have currently about 5,327 students, K-12 students. These are students with the age between 13 to 19. And as you can see, the majority of them have chosen and gave their preference to the graphic design course, because this is somehow closer to their hearts, I believe. So half of the students are studying at the moment this course. And the second in preference, we have the web design and development one, and of course, algorithm programming in C++ with only 1,215 students. So it's so exciting to see at the moment the results, because the courses have been initiated and integrated starting September 2020. And we are already seeing the first results from our students and how they're using it. For example, at the graphic design course, some of the students are already creating posters, images for their newspapers in schools, which is amazing from my point of view. Here I have a short demo about the platform itself. So as I was saying, we developed this digital content and we wanted it to be very interactive for the students. And we have the following, we have created the following elements, activities, part of a course, which is, you will see in a bit. It's a video lesson, as you see it now on the screen. So each lesson, the course has 34 lessons. So each lesson has a video lesson, which has been created from scratch here in Moldova. It's in the Romanian language. It has a text lesson, so they can also read the content if they prefer to do so. It has, as you can see, a compiler. They can compile some codes, and they have exercises that they can, simulation exercises that they can test their knowledge on the subject. So it's a very engaging and interactive platform. And according to a survey that we did recently, about 80% of the students prefer the video lessons as a mean to study the courses. You can see here other interactive simulation exercises that we have on the platform. Moving on, I wanted to touch also the importance of the teachers that we have in this program. As I was saying earlier, we have around 200 teachers who went through the training programs during summer, and we continue to do a mentoring and guidance program for them throughout the entire academic year. And here I have on the screen for you to see some of the work that the teachers have been able to do so far. Isn't that amazing that now teachers are able to design the cover of their own books, as you can see here, or teachers are able to design the logo of their own schools or create the posters for any event coming in the school. I think the impact of these courses, which have been only 2 months, it's already telling a lot. And here I have an examples of other websites that teachers have been able to create for such a short period of time. I wanted to say here to note that we have our team of mentor teachers who are constantly providing support and guidance to our teachers. For example, by the end of this academic year, we want to improve the quality of this website so they are more closer to the trends, to the trends we have at the moment. So we want to make sure that our teachers in schools have the best capacity and best knowledge to deliver these lessons to their students. What is next for Tekwill Never School? Quickly, we will be having a launch event next week on the 24th of November at 4 o'clock live on Facebook. Everybody is welcome to join us to hear more into details of what we have realized so far and what are our next steps. We will be donating around 200 laptops to the teachers who are part of this program to the 77 schools so that they can deliver better online classes to their students. We are developing at the moment a fantastic teacher guide, which will be helping teachers to implement new methodologies of teaching into online learning, blended learning, and flipped classroom. More about that I'll explain later. And we are also announcing the registration process, the opening of the registration process. And we are looking forward to welcoming another 100 schools in the program to be joining us starting summer 2021 with part of the training program, and of course to benefit from the platform and the new courses starting September 2021. Here I have some links. Please follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and visit the platform. Here is the link, you can visit it. At the moment, the courses that we have created are only available to those schools that are part of the program, that have been received training on how to deliver these courses to the students. So if you really want to bring this amazing courses to your school, to your children, then make sure the school registers and becomes Tekwill Never School, part of our community. And of course, I wanted to mention our partners. The project is being implemented by Tekwill and supported by the Ministry of Education, Culture and Research, with the support of the international donors, USAID, Sweden, UNDP Moldova. And of course, I would like to mention the citizens that have contributed in the crowdfunding campaign back in 2018, and the companies that have contributed financially to make this happen, to make this a possibility. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tatiana. It was very exciting to learn about those 77 schools who already started the program in their schools, and children who have access to digital content. So hopefully next generation will be more advanced than we are, and hopefully next year we will have 100 more schools involved in this program. Dragi participanți, vreau să reiterez invitația Tatianei. În ziua de 24 noiembrie va avea loc lansarea programului Tekwill în Fiecare Școală. De la ora 4 va fi transmisiune live, de aceea vă mai așteptăm. Dar acum vreau să-l invit în calitate de panelist pe Leahu, care este profesor de matematică și responsabil de soluții tehnologice în cadrul programului Clasa Viitorului. Deci vom afla acum din teren despre procesele care au avut loc în procesul educațional, ce schimbări au fost modificate, cum au reacționat tinerii la aceste schimbări și cum se implică tânăra generație în aplicarea tehnologiilor în procesul de învățare. Alex Leahu, ești aici?
Da, salut!
Salut!
Așa, haideți să vă povestesc un pic despre ultimele 9 luni. Deci ne-a luat prin impresie de veste această pandemie. Nimeni nu s-a așteptat că lucrurile pot să decurgă în felul următor și respectiv când nu ești pregătit cumva de lucrurile care au urmat, am văzut careva consecințe. Fiecare a încercat cumva să minimizeze toate consecințele acestea după forțele proprii pe care le-a avut, după tehnologiile, după dotările și respectiv fiecare școală s-a isprăvit mai mult sau mai puțin. Mult au fost cumva ar trebui să fim recunoscători oamenilor care s-au implicat și au ajutat, inclusiv cu învăț online și au mai fost proiecte care au creat conținut video și respectiv acum noi cumva ar trebui să tragem careva concluzii la toată perioada asta și la toate lecțiile pe care noi cumva trebuia să le învățăm în decursul acestor 9 luni. Pentru mine, de exemplu, sunt niște careva de concluzii și aș vrea cumva să le spun și altor oameni, dar cumva ele nu o să reprezinte poate tot aspectul, pentru că acum în toamnă deja noi mergem diferit. Adică eu nu pot să generalizez concluziile mele la toate școlile, pentru că deja acum în sfârșit fiecare școală și-a ales modelul său de învățare în cele 7 propuse de minister. Dar dacă să vorbim despre învățământul ăsta mixt, și de acasă și din clasă, lucrurile ar sta în felul următor. Avem nevoie de software în primul rând, care să asigure conexiunea aceasta cât mai bună dintre elevi și profesori, pentru că cumva te-am observat că conexiunea asta la internet cumva nu chiar permanent e așa de bună cum credem noi aici la noi în Moldova, de la caz la caz. Încercăm să aplicăm cumva suport oferit de companiile internaționale, cum ar fi cei de la Google și instrumentele care în mod normal deja sunt aplicate în antreprenoriat și companiile toate au canale de comunicare anume online și digitalizează procesul anume în interiorul unei companii și respectiv ceea ce în mod normal trebuia să întâmple și în școli, dar acum, vrei, nu vrei, s-a întâmplat până la urmă, ședințele respective le facem online, adică toate procesele care în mod normal ar trebui să optimizeze procesul educațional, cum se întâmplă în companii. Iată, abia acum s-a întâmplat careva momente, dar este schimbare și schimbarea este dureroasă cel mai deseori. Când scoți omul din zona de confort, este la începutul momentul ăsta de criză, momentul ăsta de dureros cumva și consecințele de scurtă durată care la început ele cumva par mai negative cumva, pentru că eficiența pe care noi avem din partea la moment învățării acestea online cumva lasă de dorit, dar acest lucru se întâmplă doar din motiv că copiii și profesorii încă sunt în procesul ăsta de adaptare chiar putem să spunem la paradigma asta nouă pe care o avem acum în sistemul educațional și concluziile sunt următoare. Trebuie cumva să continuăm chiar și după ce treacă pandemia, digitalizarea aceasta în educație în general, pentru că cel puțin, dacă vorbim de oameni care fac studii superioare, mulți sunt contra pentru că nu au reușit să adapteze la procesul de învățare online. Dar mulți sunt pro pentru că ei pot să-și facă mai multe lucruri. Adică ei cumva pot să optimizează timpul, cum oamenii lucrează la distanță și până acum lucrau cel puțin ăștia din IT, omul poate să combine acum învățarea cu un job oarecare part-time, ceea ce înainte nu era posibil, pentru că aveai un program detașat, toată ziua tu erai cumva prezent fizic și respectiv ochiurile acestea nu puteai să le utilizezi eficient. Acum tu deja ești la, nu știu, într-un oficiu oricare sau ești acasă și faci un job online, de aici paralel poți să faci careva studii. Încă e un proces care încă durează. Eu cred că încă o să dureze procesul de adaptare și dureros și pentru părinți și respectiv pentru profesori și pentru elevi. Dar eu cred că în viitorul apropiat, cel puțin, o să fie eficiența asta o să dea roade și respectiv tot acest proces de învățare online o să dea roade.
Mulțumim foarte mult, Alex, pentru această concluzie, pentru aceste împărtășiri ale experienței și cum a afectat pandemia procesul educațional, care sunt provocările efectiv cu care se ciocnesc profesorii zi de zi. Thank you very much, and we have already had one startupper in our panel. So I would like to invite Dmitrii Albot, founder of startup Smartest. Dmitrii, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
It's good. So hello everyone. My name is Dmitrii, and in the last 7 years I had the opportunity to study in the top universities in 4 different continents. And in those places I managed to launch some new ventures. Some of them failed, some of them are still active today. And by the time I came back to Moldova, comparing the education I received abroad to what students get in here, I knew that my next project will be in the educational sector. And besides some other problems we might have in the education, in the traditional education, one particular one which we decided to target is related to the grading system. So the way our traditional education works is something like that. Imagine a student learns a new topic, then goes home, does homework, comes back to class, go homework, class, homework, and then they take a test. And that test is a tool designed to assess the knowledge level of a student on that particular topic. And our grading system in Moldova, from 5 being a passing grade to 7 being the best grade, and imagine that student takes a 7, which is a good grade. But 7 out of 10 means that 30% of the knowledge on that topic are lost. And then students are moved to the next topic, which is more advanced. And then those more advanced things are based on the previous one. And they keep going to next topics and more advanced one. And those initial 30% of missing knowledge, they become 35, 40, or even more, just because students tend to forget what they learned before. And by the time they reach their final exam, they have a big gap in the knowledge on the whole subject. And this is an issue. So that's what we decided to solve. And right now, Smartest is our new project, which is a tool that helps students evaluate those gaps in knowledge efficiently and fill them up in a style using adaptive learning. Basically, we take the tests and the whole learning content and tailor it to each student needs, and also apply gamification techniques to make them stick with the platform and give a feeling that education can be fun. And what we're getting now is amazing, because we are creating data which was never before. Unprecedented data about how students learn, how people learn in general. And this data can be implemented in many different interesting ways. For parents, that means they have instant access about how their kid is progressing. For educators, they can see at a glance who is leaving behind and who is doing well in class. And based on that data that we are collecting, we can suggest improvements in the traditional educational system. And those improvements will be data-driven. So it's not subjective as it's been before. So that's it from my side. And well, I'm glad to share some more in the future about what we're doing. And actually, yeah, right now we're already testing this platform in 3 local ICMs and working with around 900 students, getting feedback from them.
Dmitrii, thank you very much for sharing with us this exciting project you are following and further developing. It's really very inspiring, I think, for those who are involved in technologies, how they can mix education and tech and find the gaps between education nowadays and how technologies can help students to consolidate their knowledges, their competences and skills, and make the process of education more solid and consolidated. Yeah, thank you very much. So, and now I would like to invite our guest, our honored guest, Michael Horovic. He is CIO in EDUA Group, and the EDUA Group used Google Workspace and Google Cloud to build an adaptable, high-quality online education platform and the entire IT infrastructure behind it, and using Google's Workspace to connect staff across teams. Michael, the floor is yours. Let's check if you can hear us, and will you?
Salut, I can hear you very well. I hope you can hear me too. I will share my screen. I prepared some really short presentation. And before I start, I would like to, do you see it? Irina, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Great. I would like to start with a saying that fool with a tool is still fool, because technology without education is worthless. And I believe that in future, education without technology will be non-existent. And so let me introduce myself first. Who am I? As a human, I say that my mission is to help people and companies with technology to live beyond their limits and build their business and improve their life through the modern technologies. And as a leader, I am currently Chief Information Officer in EDUA Group, which is the largest private educational group in Czech Republic. Our main topic is education. And what we manage in EDUA Group is to basically digital transform education in private sector in Czech Republic. We are digital leader in this area, and even thanks all the technology we used mainly from Google. Even Google saw that, and Google wrote case study about our company in this topic, which is really big honor for us in IT department, because it's really huge reward for us. This same privilege happened only to 3 other companies in Czech Republic. And because this is a startup event, I used to be my own boss. I used to run my own business. Probably the 2 most famous projects in Czech Republic were jednej.cz, which was the largest petition portal in Czech Republic. This was a really interesting project because I would say this really pissed a lot of people in Czech Republic, because it was a lot of political parties were against us and so on. So it was really interesting part of my life. And another one was more physical one. It wasn't startup really, it was more of building the stores of Gentleport. So this is briefly about me. Now I would like to talk about how I see the future of education. I see some opportunities, I see some risk, and I see some challenges we are going to face. So the opportunities I see in education is that it will be accessible from anytime, anywhere, and from any device. I believe that future of education will be more online than offline. I personally myself if I want to educate myself past few years, it was more online than offline. And thanks to COVID crisis, it will be even more online than offline. And I also believe, like I said at the start, that education without technology will be non-existent. I believe that artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality, and other technologies will become a major part of every aspect of education. And all of these opportunities, they bring their own risk. And that online world will be flooded with the false information. And this is the huge problem I see, because we need to understand, we need to know which resources are right and which are wrong. And another thing, another risk in online world is lack of focus. We are distracted more than ever. If you want to study, you are distracted by YouTube, by social networks, etc., etc. So this lack of focus will be really big issue in online education. And challenges we face, like I said, the world will be flooded with false information, and the challenges we face, we should be able to select right sources of information. So we believe in the right things. We are able to currently we are able to choose different sources. Some are wrong, some are correct, and the challenge would be to understand which one to choose. And also, next challenge we are facing right now is that we are preparing for something which doesn't even exist yet. If you check the job descriptions of some jobs these days, these jobs, they didn't even exist a few years ago. So the challenge is we are preparing for something which doesn't even exist yet. And I would like to end my my presentation with one topic, and because we are with a group of entrepreneurs here, and I believe that entrepreneurs and businessmen are today's superheroes, because we need you. You drive the innovation, and the innovation and these technologies is the thing we need during these hard days, even thanks to COVID crisis. So thank you for attention. That was my part.
Thank you very much. So now I would like to invite you for a discussion. So do we have any questions from our participants? I will check now with the moderator of the platform. So then then let me start the discussion. So what do you think about the future of education? Nowadays, we have like testing different models, let's say, and mainly these are like online or blended education, when the classes have been organized in classroom or online, and depending on the days, students come to the school or stay at home. They are changing, switching, and so on. How would you see in the future organization of educational process? And let's say it's like a midterm, from midterm perspective. Let's say in a year, because we assume that once vaccine is against COVID is in place and it's spread around the world, we somehow close the issue. And what will happen with education? Who would like to take over this question and somehow maybe complete some perspective? So, Tatiana?
I will take.
Okay.
Yeah. Tatiana, you're welcome to start first.
Okay. Thank you. So online education has entered our lives, and we have all seen that happening in the spring due to COVID situation, and it's here to stay. As I was referring earlier to Tekwill in every school, the approach we have is the blended education approach, and we are trying to introduce the model of flipped classroom. And it's basically touching on what Dmitrii was talking about earlier. So we want to make the shift through these disciplines where the child doesn't really come to school to tell by heart the lesson that they had to study, or to take notes from the next lesson. The flip here is about the student having to do individual work at home by going through the digital resources and learning about the subject more, and coming to the class to interact with the classmates and with the teacher. And the teacher role here becomes as a tutor, where they have to engage into discussions to talk about what they disagree or agree, what they understood or not. and work hands-on activities and practical activities. This is the shift we want to bring together with this project, Tekwill School, which is a free project, by the way, for all schools, private or public, here in the Republic of Moldova. And one of the elements that we have want to develop as well is a teacher guide, because our teachers require support, because this is something new, totally new for them. Back in March, April, we did a survey to computer science teachers, and most of them said that they had enough tutorials, they had enough webinars, and they learned how to use the tools. Now, the question is, how do we make quality out of these tools? How do we create engaging activities with our students? How do we assess? How do we provide quality feedback to our students in the class, online? How does it work? They are a little bit confused here, how to draw the line between and bring more quality to their class. So this is what we are doing at the moment. We are developing a teacher guide on how to integrate a flipped classroom model approach into the classroom. It will be finalized, and by end of this year, so January 2021, it should be there for teachers to use. So we hope that like that we will be able to support teachers to build their capacity.
Vitalie, would you like to add something?
Yeah, I like the Khan Academy style, when the teacher kind of behind you teach how things works without seeing his face. But it's very intimate, and I learn a lot with Khan Academy. My son also learned a lot before pandemic, not just when started pandemic, but before. And I think this is the best method to teach people. Also, because we go online, naturally the best teachers will get more audience. And this is a natural process to find the best teachers to teach these children. So in the final, a lot of children will watch just few teachers, but other teachers will just help them. So this is how I see the traditional style of evolving.
Okay, thank you very much. You know, nowadays we are facing, I think it's not only in Moldova, but also abroad, the same problems, because we do provide knowledge, we do offer various tasks and knowledge to students, but the problem is evaluation and the quality, as Tatiana also mentioned. What would you think about instruments for evaluation of the knowledge? Because recently there was another little sequence from the report PISA 2018, which was carried out also throughout the Moldova, and students from Moldova didn't show up as the most promising, let's say, somewhere in the middle, even less than middle within the European schools. But how, you know, I just probably my concern about what would be the results in a year or two, because like this assessment is carried out once in 2-3 years, and this gap in 2020 may somehow reflect on the results. And one of the issues is also like STEM disciplines. And my question would be, what kind of instruments for evaluation would be most appropriate within the online education and or blended education? From the perspective, you know, also maybe it's for Dmitrii and Vitalie, just having these online platforms, tools to evaluate somehow.
Yeah.
So I would like.
Dmitrii, sorry. I teach a few years at the university, and I build a different type of kind of ranking the students. Only one student can get the 10, 2, 9, and so on. So they're in challenge every time to get the best note, the best marks, but they compete also. I think this approach is the best way. Also, this approach kind of the most high mark kind of evaluate on teachers also. The best student are kind of your work. This is my approach to evaluate the students.
In my opinion, this approach of standardization of a grading system is a bit wrong. And I think here is why. Because if the goal of the education is to basically master a skill or a subject, then we're doing it completely wrong. In the traditional educational system, we have to, what's fixed basically is the time frame of how much a student has to learn one semester, let's say, right, or 3 years or whatever. And what's variable is the final grade of outcome, right? So you're learning math and you learned on 7 and you are okay with that. But how we think of it, at least the way it should be in theory, what we try to implement in Smart Test, is what's variable is the amount of time you learn, and what's fixed is the outcome, which is 100% mastering the skill. And that's what's important, right? If you talk about the education in general. And now think how we learn playing the guitar, for example. Or once you learned it, you move to more advanced things. Or martial arts. Anything we learn as humans, we start slowly and increase gradually. But in the traditional educational system, we are okay with 60%, we are okay with 70%, and then we move on the more advanced things, having a very weak foundation. So I definitely think that this grading has to be changed into a more adaptive style. And now technology.
Okay, thank you very much. Very, very nice input. Thank you, Dmitrii. One more question. So we received a question. What do we do with the old teachers for whom technology is a huge challenge? Anyone would like to reply?
It's a black humor. Quite few years.
I would like to add something to this topic. What we find out when we switched like thousands of courses online during the COVID crisis, we had the technology for online courses before the COVID crisis, but only a few teachers wanted to participate in this online education, and we found out that the challenge is not forcing students to go to online, but teachers. Because students, they were like, yeah, whatever, I will just do Skype. Like I do Skype with my friends, I will do it just with my friends from the school. So it was normal for them. But for teacher, it was really challenging because these teachers, some of these teachers, they didn't even have smartphones. They didn't know what is iPhone. They didn't know what is Android. And all of these things were completely new for them. And there was like two groups of teachers. One of them was like, yeah, something actually, at least something is happening in my life. I would like to teach it. So we have some teachers who are like 50, 60, 70 years old, and they are using technology, and they are using it even better than younger teachers. And some of the teachers, they didn't want to accept the change. So for me, it's not only about working and teaching how to use the technology, it's more about themselves. Am I able to change? Do I want to change? Do I want to change something in this world? So if you are motivated to change something, it doesn't matter if you are 30 years old or 60 years old. It doesn't matter if you are used to do with technologies or you are not used to it. It really depends on yourself. So this is what we found with our teachers during these days.
Thank you very much, Michael. It makes me to think about, agility within the educational process, because I think we have to start already now to make mindset of teachers very flexible to changes. So actually also young people should be somehow educated in this way. Today we do like this and next day we change something. But my questions, I have two more questions, let's say. How do we combine competences from online education and hands-on skills, which actually it's a part of our, human treasure? Yeah, we do have computers in front of us. We do learn, but to consolidate in something, more tangible, we need some physical results, some hands-on skills. What do we do with this?
Pot spune eu dacă vreți. Nu știu, cred că să fie hologramele acestea cândva și să poți să vizualizezi în modele 3D, poate câteva momente. Dar în general, dacă să continuăm tot lucrurile care s-au discutat până acum, eu cred că mai devreme sau mai târziu, pentru că se lucrează la inteligență artificială, cumva trebuie să fie profesori adaptați pentru fiecare student, în dependență de necesități și nivel. Pentru că asta, de fapt, ne lipsește nouă individualizarea aceasta pentru fiecare student. Pentru că ori online, ori fizic, noi cumva trebuie să reușim să dăm conținut, dar să nu obținem finalitățile astea. Deși ca și cum scopul ar fi să obținem finalitățile, e greu să le obții 100% și noi lucrăm pe randament. Adică, ok, este 50-60% randament, atunci e bine. 70% atunci e foarte bine, dar 100% noi niciodată nu atingem anume 100%. Dar scopul ăsta trebuie să fie primordial la orice profesor. Dar aici deja e un lucru mult mai filozofic, adică trebuie discutat mult mai mult.
We have one more and I would like each panelist to say maybe a dream how education will look in 5-10 years. Your own dream.
I would love to start with. You all watched the movie Matrix, and I think that's where we're going for, when you just need a skill and it just uploaded directly into your brain by one click. And I think it's all about the efficiency, and now all these online tools are just something to maximize this efficiency. But I think that would be the point, where one click you get any skill, any piece of knowledge in your brain.
Thank you. Michael, any idea?
Yeah, he totally stole my idea. This is my dream as well. I would like to just download all the information and know everything about the topic. That's my dream as well. Okay. But what I really would like to see education in 5 years, I want really to see the accessibility of the education, that you will be able to get education anytime, anywhere, from any device. I would like to see that people from all kinds of, from all different parts of the world will be able to get the proper and the most important, correct and right information. Because like I said, online world is flooded with wrong information, and I would like to people to have access to right information.
Thank you. Okay.
Can I also say, Irina, a dream school for me would be, for example, to have this transition actually taking place, where students come to school to memorize information, from that scenario to the scenario where students come to school to actually showcase what they have learned and show it into practice, the skills they have learned, how good are they at communicating their thoughts and ideas, how creative they can be. So it's a school, it's an environment where students can be themselves and they can prepare for a better future.
Thank you, Tatiana.
Mai cred că trebuie să fie ca și reclama targetată, să fie și respectiv un sistem care să targeteze disciplinele pe care trebuie să le înveți copiii automat.
Merci, Alex.
I would like to let children to pick their own subjects without enforcing centrally what they need to learn. Maybe with help of their parents, but in this part of the world, we kind of enforce till universities to learn what they have. But in USA, it's different. At universities, you may pick different subjects that you like, and they have kind of point systems. But I would like in our schools, to see kind of system.
Thank you very much, dear guests, dear experts. I would like to thank you and express our gratitude for your valuable input in this event in Moldova Startup Week. So we are finalizing our EdTech session, and I would like to pass the floor to Irina.
Mulțumesc, Irina, pentru acest eveniment. Da, prieteni, noi suntem alături, chiar dacă de obicei suntem peste perete, acum suntem foarte aproape unul de altul pentru a face acest eveniment posibil și pentru a vă transmite maxim posibil din cadrul Startup Week Moldova. Încă o dată le zic tuturor participanților la acest panel mulțumesc pentru ceea ce au prezentat, pentru ideile lor de viitor. Într-adevăr, am vrea ca și eu tot visez și țin minte cum încă fiind la școală visam să vedem acel stick magic sau, nu știu, un stick care îl pui în cap și deja ai toate cunoștințele, dar pentru asta e nevoie să fim împreună, să fim o comunitate și ca verticala EdTech să se dezvolte. Vă așteptăm în câteva minute la următoarea verticală, e vorba de AgTech. Ne conectăm în câteva minute, la fel pe Crowdcast, sus, puteți să selectați sesiunea ce urmează. Vă mulțumesc!